Absolute value of a real number. Okay, so magnitude is the distance a number is away from 0. So if you looked at a number line and you had 0, this is positive 4, this is negative 4. The magnitude is the distance away from it. So the distance away from 0 to negative 4 is 4. And the distance away from 0 to positive 4 is 4. So really what the absolute value of a number is it's this distance. So it's always going to be positive. So absolute value looks like this. You'll have a number between two straight lines. All it's saying is that if you have a negative number in the absolute value, it'll turn into the positive. So for the first example, determine the absolute value and order from least to greatest. So the absolute value of 4.2 is 4.2. The absolute value of 6.1, negative, is positive 6.1. The absolute value of negative 3/4 is positive 3/4, which is 0.75. And 1/2 is positive 1/2. So if we put them in order from least to greatest, we have 0.5, 0.75, 4.2, and then 6.1. Finding the distance between 2 points is just the same as finding the difference between the 2 points. So if you take negative 3.7, subtract negative 8.5, it does not matter which order you do this in. It will be the absolute value of the difference. So we have the absolute value of 4.8, which is 4.8. If you were to do it the other way around, negative 8.5 minus negative 3.7, you get the absolute value of negative 4.8, which is 4.8. If you put it on a number line, and you add 0, negative 3.7, negative 8.5, this distance between the 2 points is 4.8. So it's the absolute value of the difference. So for this one, we have 4 2/3. Subtract negative 5 3/5, and you should get the absolute value of 10 4/15, which is 10 4/15. The principal square root is the positive square root. So if you take this and we want to find the principal square root, we know that when we take the square root of something that is squared, they cancel. So we're left with 7 minus 10, and we want the absolute value of that. So 7 minus 10 is negative 3, so our answer is positive 3. When you're evaluating an expression, it's important to realize what your operations are and to use order of operations. So the first thing you should do is you should read it out loud. So the absolute value of negative 26 plus 13 subtract 2 times the absolute value of 10 minus 16. Because these two are right beside each other, we know that they're going to be multiplying. First step is to evaluate everything in the absolute values. So we have negative 26 plus 13 is negative 13 minus 2 and negative 6. So we have positive 13 minus 2 times positive 6, because we know that this is multiplying. This negative doesn't go away because it is not inside the absolute values. Now we do order of operations, so we multiply first. So 13 minus 12, which is 1. So our solution is 1.